Welcome to the Teresa Lusk Show, where faith meets freedom and your voice is heard. We can celebrate the election of the first female president of Mexico. This is a really big deal for Mexico, of course, the United States, and all the other nations around the globe. It's a big deal that Claudia Sheinbaum was elected president. She is more on the liberal side. She's also a physicist. She was the mayor of Mexico City and so much more. If you look at the woman's background, she is clearly qualified to hold such positions. She was very involved during the pandemic and so much more. This opens up the door to a discussion about women in politics and how low the numbers are. Did you know that since the creation of the legislature, only 3% of seat holders were female up to this day? Only 3%. That's a low number. And we also know that ever since President Trump was elected, the number of women who ran for an elected official seat went up high. Why? Well, a lot of these women are left-leaning, and they decided that they didn't want somebody such as President Trump to represent their nation. So they just thought, this is how we'll make a move. I can tell you that as a conservative female myself, that I think it's important right now in this season to continue to push this trend forward. Women need to be able to take their seat at the table in government positions. Women are amazing. They are people who can multitask on a great level. They can think outside of the box. They're great leaders. They're empathetic. They're used to dealing with various things happening around them, which is why they're also able to be such great leaders. The problem with women, though, is that we don't often like to take on a good challenge where getting beat down is going to be part of it. A lot of women don't do well being taken to task, being called names, taking on the pressure that comes with being an elected official. A lot of women don't have that first inclination to be as ready to go as men are oftentimes, because they're not as competitive naturally. They find their fulfillment in different ways. The fact that a woman was elected in Mexico is a big deal. I believe it's going to set a trend for more nations to come. I think this is an important time in this present season that women need to begin to hear what was said by this woman taking her position and saying, I'm qualified, I can do this. You can imagine in a culture that is very much good with celebrating men being in certain positions. A Latina myself, I can speak to it from experience. But I can tell you that this woman coming into office is monumental. It is monumental for other nations, and I hope to see that more women will be bold enough to get out of bed in the morning and say, I'm just going to run for office today. No matter what it looks like, no matter what your background has been like, that more women will just take charge and say, you know what? I believe in making a difference. I believe that I can stand for some people. I can make a change. I am okay with my voice being heard, even if there's resistance to it, and that more women begin to fill these positions that have been waiting on them, by the way. There are many people that are waiting on your voice if you are a woman who was born to lead, born to change some things. Well, that is it for today on Women in Politics with the Teresa Lusk Show.